Again, always a blessing when we get the opportunity to play. Again, on the stage, we got to play it on today. Thankful for that opportunity. Of course, the game didn't go how we wanted to go. We didn't play our best ball, and all of that starts with me. It's just a lack of execution. All right. If we want to beat a good team like that, you have to execute. We didn't execute well. Credit to the Ravens, really good football team. They came out, they played really well today, and obviously we did not. We'll take the next couple of days here to, look at everything, starting with myself, and everything starts with me. But as a team, we just stay together, figure out a way to come out playing better football.
DeMeco, can you put a finger on some of the struggles that CJ had today, some of the missed throws, the inaccuracy, decision-making?
Yeah, we didn't. Everybody didn't play well, right? And that's everybody. Nobody played good enough for us to win the football game today. So, of course, there are, some opportunities we had that we didn't make, not only, from CJ, but from defensively, the tackling, all those things, like in position to make plays. At the end of the day, you have to make plays. The Ravens made way more plays than we made today.
How much do you think playing 3 games in 11 days kind of factored into, because you guys did seem a little flat because how that Ravens not over 100 rushing yards. How much do you think playing 3 games in 11 days kind of showed up today?
Yeah, the 3 games in 11 days, I think all 4 teams who had the games had the same amount of time to prepare, the same opportunities, right? There's no excuses for the schedule. That we won't make excuses for that. The schedule is what it is. When the ball is kicked off, you put the pads on, it's time to show up and play, right? That doesn't change no matter when you're playing, who you're playing, or where you're playing. You always have to be ready to go.
Why do you think offense was never able to get going, and did that surprise you how fast you all played?
It wasn't our best outing, of course, all the way across the board. Offensively, defensively, special team wasn't our best outing. We didn't come out as I expected we would come out, and all that starts with me.
Yeah, you guys are down 2 of your major pass catchers. What are some ways you think you can give CJ some EJ completions, give things that can kind of open off the offense?
It's just everyone executing. We had opportunities there. It's just everybody executing, and especially it comes down to 3rd down, and we knew what this game would be. It's situational football, right? 3rd down, we didn't execute well, and in the red zone, offensively, defensively, we didn't play well in the red zone, and that's the game there, right? So if we want to be better and win these games, we have to execute in situational football.
DeMeco, can you explain, Tommy punting today, flip the field for you, put you in some reasonable position once you got down by 10, put you down there, and then, you got the safety, but after that, you look like, this defense tried to bring you back in, but just wasn't enough for the rest of them to try to pull it out. What happened?
Yeah, when we play, all 3 phases are playing together. I talk about playing complementary football. Like, that's what needed to happen. Like, special teams make a play, defense makes a play, and that's the spark that we need. And now, can we continue to ride that momentum and make plays, offensively and stay on the field? And that's where we just fell short today.
Take a few more.
DeMeco, what do you when you talk about execution or that's being the key, how do you address that? I mean, what do you do so that the team executes? Because that seems to be a challenge.
Yeah, I told all our guys, just check themselves, right? Starting with coaches and players. You got to check yourself, and are you getting it done or not, right? This game is going to come down to guys making plays, and they had, 2 exceptional playmakers on their side, Lamar and Derrick Henry. They made plays, and that was the game.
Coach, how do you all bounce back from a loss like this? And I know that, in the NFL, there's no such thing as a good loss, bad loss. But how do you all bounce back from this?
Yeah, you come back, I think you come back fired up, and you come back showing like that's not who we are. Because at the end of the day, that's not who we are. That's not what we represent, what we put out there and on the field today. That's not Texans football. So for anybody to come back and bounce back from it, you got to check yourself and make sure you're playing with elite execution and elite energy to go out and make the plays we need to make to win the game. So it all starts with a self-check. Sergeant, then we go from there.
Take 3 more. Did you feel like CJ was pressing or frustrated or anything after those early misses? And if so, how do you kind of get him on track and keep?
Yeah, with CJ, he just has to keep playing. Right, there are going to be some misses. You just have to keep playing.
Last two right here. DeMeco, the decision to go for it on back-to-back fourth downs. Why did you make that decision? Was that to jumpstart the offense? What went into that particular decision?
Yeah, we went into the decision on fourth down. We needed to score. Right, we had some momentum going for us. We needed to score 7 to beat the team like this. Like, we're not going to beat them kicking field goals, so we needed to score 7. So that's why, I decided to go for it.
Last one.
Are you a little concerned that against teams that have winning records this year, you guys are 1-5? What do you guys have to do to kind of get over the hump, start beating teams that have winning records? Because in playoffs, teams that you win the seat usually have playoff, records, things of that nature.
Yeah, the records really don't concern me. I never go into a game thinking about a team record, whether it's a winning record or a losing record. Every week it'll be about how you show up to the game and how you play within those 3.5 hours. Like, it just matters. Are you the best team within that time frame? So the records really don't matter, and definitely doesn't matter when you go into the playoffs. So it's just all about looking internally and playing your best.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, CJ, Robert Wood said that y'all didn't really show up today and play your game. How would you describe how y'all played today?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Terrible on my behalf. Probably one of my worst games of my whole career. Just came out flat. Didn't have any energy. Didn't lead the offense the way I should have. So, I always got to look at myself in the mirror and be honest with myself. And it's not good enough today. So, is what it is. Can't hang my head down, but just got to keep going.
What do you mean when you didn't lead the offense as you should have? Did you feel you were getting frustrated with some of those early misses?
No, I just kept missing. Just wasn't making throws. And at the same time, I gotta find a way to stand in there stronger and make those throws. Just some miscommunication with me and some of the receivers, but ultimately, it's up to me to make the throw when guys are open. So, yeah.
CJ, how do you put this one behind you before the playoffs begin in 4 weeks? But more importantly, how do you get back to straight before next week's practice going to Tennessee for the season finale?
That's the only thing we can do. There's nothing in life you can go back on and redo. So it's all about how you respond. You hit rock bottom. The only way is up. So and we're still have a lot of hope, man. At the end of the day, we clinch our division. And still have opportunity to go in the playoffs. So got to finish this year the right way against Tennessee, and hopefully by that time we're in a groove and rolling when the playoffs come.
This is a tough question to answer right after a game, but was there anything that stood out that you feel like, anything tangible that you all could fix, that you all feel like is fixable at this point?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's really our execution. It's not really anything that the other team does, but just, what we put out on the field, So it's a lot of things to fix, and, we'll be able to have these hard conversations and when the week comes by to have those and, get things ironed out.
CJ, what has been the difference for you between year one and year two as far as performance on the field?
You tell me, I think, I've tried to approach the game the same way I did, and even, I think I'm seeing it better than I ever have, just a little banged up, so not really making plays, and that's a terrible excuse, but, really just not making plays. That's really the difference between last year and this year for me, is just not making enough plays. So, there's times where, the plays are to be made and there's guys open and I got to find a way to, make the play work, make somebody miss, or do something just that I'm capable of doing, and winning us a football game, that's really, up to me to lead our team in those times where guys are open and, ultimately it's just me making plays. That's really how I look at the difference between this year and last year, which, can be fixed.
As a team, does a loss like this late in the year worry you?
No. What are you going to do? Cry and weep about it. And, of course, it's not easy, but at the same time, it's part of the game. Sometimes you go out there and lay an egg, and it's not easy to sit out here and say that. But that's what happened tonight. We just didn't play well at all from the first play to the last. And, it's part of the game. Things happen. I'm sure a lot of people in their careers have had this type of game before, so I'm not going to sit here and act like this is just foreign. But it is necessary to wake you up, and that's what it's going to do for me and this team.
CJ, when things are going poorly like that and fans are booing from the home crowd, how does that affect y'all as a team, or does it affect you?
People are entitled to their opinions, and, they care about the game, and, their emotions matter, so I understand, it's not my first time and probably won't be my last. So it's not something to internalize and point the finger at yourself, but it is something that you can, use it to motivate you to, not want those moments anymore. So, I got plenty of football left in my career, hopefully, God willing. And, I know this is going to be a story I'll tell one day that helped me in the long run. So, it's part of life, man. You hit a lot of valleys, and then you have a lot of mountaintops, and it's cliche, but, they say there isn't, what is it? There's not sunny days if there's not days with rain. So, this is a rainy day, but at the end of the day, the sun will rise up tomorrow. We have another crack at this thing next week and, keep rolling.
A lot of teammates said that the energy was low. At what point did you sense that, if you agree? And how did that perhaps have an effect on you all's play throughout the game?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I thought we came in with good energy, like from the locker room, pregame, and just wasn't really. I was excited to play on Christmas, my first time. Last year I was out, so I was excited to play. And then on prime time, one of the first Netflix games, I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really feel our energy down until probably like right before half, and then we came out flat. Then I threw the interception, which made it worse, and so. Those are things that we can control. We can control how we approach the game. We can control, our execution. We can control, our X's and O's. And, so I got to look at myself and if I'm not the one bringing injury and I'm being an energy vampire, then I got to check myself in those moments, So, it is what it is. We'll learn from it and, move on. All right.